Mark Unruh here, and I thought I'd share with you some of my experiences of the last few months, social distancing, and how things have changed, obviously, for everybody, and they have for me. Some things have kind of somewhat stayed the same. I'm really lucky. I consider myself lucky to be playing music, especially as a folk musician, and I play a few different instruments. I can be very content playing alone, entertaining myself, or learning new music. I don't always have to be in a band or an ensemble to play, and obviously performing has been curtailed in terms of live music. I've done some live streaming with a couple of friends once a week, and that's been going. It's been pretty fun, to get together, have a little project. But otherwise, it's really slowed down. It's a lot different. So that's kind of where the performing has been affected. My day job, you could say more or less, is as a teacher. I teach private lessons. I teach about 45 students a week or so, and I haven't been teaching online. I'm a bit old school that way. I just prefer being there for many reasons. It's better to be in person, I always think. Although that might change. I have a sister who's out in New Mexico who's been a little bit cabin fever, and she's wanting to learn how to play, so maybe she'll be my guinea pig. Right before the pandemic hit, I'll show you what I got in the mail. It was, I guess, early February, about a month before. I had had this custom built. It's a banjo. Came out of Asheville, or near Asheville, North Carolina. It's the Pisgah, P-I-S-G-A-H, Pisgah Banjo Company, and they use all Appalachian tone woods from the Pisgah National Forest down there in western North Carolina. Beautiful place, lots of mountains. And they made this banjo for me. It's a cherry wood neck, ebony on the fretboard, made to look old with this nice kind of antiquing of the brass. You can see some of that in the reflection maybe. Visually it looks that way, but then they also get it to sound old too. It just has this lovely sound. It's my first, I would say, good clawhammer banjo. Clawhammer banjo would be my kind of newest love of instruments of folk variety, and that's where I've been spending a good deal of my time the last little while. I think maybe I'll just kind of ramble around in the key of C a little bit here for you, just to see what comes up so you can hear this instrument. Yeah, real happy with it. I think I'd show you. I've been able to get into some books lately. Been able to get into some things I didn't think I would have time in my life to get to. Oh yeah, and I have a little pandemic beard growing from the last few months. So for whatever reason, I decided to stop shaving. Wasn't going out in public so much, and all the gray is showing. But anyways, this is for my mandolin picking. I used to be a fiddle player, some violin. This is the Wolf Art Studies, and it's a really good runaround for the mandolin chops. Guitar-wise, a little bit of this kind of instructional, kind of part-time jazz player, kind of beefing up my chords and arpeggios that way through this Arnie Burl method. And there's a little bit of Django, the Django fake book. Lots of wild chord progressions in that. There's a few hundred tunes in here, and they're set up like the old jazz fake books. You can see some of that print there. And then on the banjo, I got this really big tome. This is probably for those college banjo players. Yeah, they have every key scale up and down the neck in just all these wild fingerings I would never ever come up with. So it gets me outside of my box, and it's been a great challenge. And then there's this wonderful book. This is a Celtic flavored tune for 5-string banjo, and they generally play a 4-string over there. And that's kind of also getting me out of my usual thought of how to play that instrument. Yeah, so let's see. I think I wrote myself a note or two here to throw some information out. Yeah, I have a trip planned out west. Playing it for a little while in, say, September, I'm thinking about. I have lots of friends who's going to go through Virginia, North Carolina, Nashville, see my sister in New Mexico, and then some friends in California, and end up in Oregon, and be playing music all along the way. But of course, I don't know what the world will be like in September. It's all, hopefully it's just, things will calm down a little bit, and I'll be able to take a trip and see the big country. A lot of it I've never seen. I'll be looking forward to it. Well, I'll wrap up. I'll play you a little ragtimey tune. I've looked for lyrics for this song, never found them. It's a little song. It's a nice one to say farewell on. It's called Goodbye My Bluebell. Take care, everybody.